This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is my friend Jackie Krofchak from the Alpena Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Jackie.
Hi, Nancy, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Thank you.
And you know, it's hard to believe the year's over already, first of all, but the Chamber has made some great inroads and had some great things happen, and it's a very viable, important part of our community.
Well, thank you. I think so too.
Yes, it is.
Yep, and we've got 530-ish, give or take, members that agree with us as well. So definitely had a good year in 2019, and I think probably the one thing that I'm most proud of that we accomplished is we hired a new position in January, so a director of membership, and so that person is able to go out and really help spread the word about what we do and help our members understand how to utilize our services better so they could do, have a better, easier time running their business. So I think that's the one thing that I'm most proud of this year. But we had a lot of great things happen. Our events were outstanding. Another record year for our GMA, GMDA series,
Yes.
Another record year for our annual dinner. So just some really great things, positive things that have happened.
And I've been getting the e-blast, and I keep noticing that you're looking for nominees for all these wonderful categories. You want to start out and tell us about those categories?
Yeah, for sure. We are in the process of collecting applications or nominations for several different awards that we give out at our annual dinner, which is on February 6th next year. The awards there's several of them, but there's Citizen of the Year. That's the only one that cannot be self-nominated, and I want to make that very clear because we did have, the last couple of years, we did have some people that self-nominated, and for that award, it is not allowed. So that's the only one. But we also have the Business of the Year, Customer Service of the Year, our Ambassador Award we'll give out, Up and Coming, which is for either a business or an individual that we think is kind of right on the verge of doing some really great things in the community, and then trying to think what else is there, but several awards. All the applications and nomination forms are available on our website, and those are due January 3rd.
Okay, so time's getting short.
Yeah, it's gonna fly by too.
And I love at the chamber dinner when I hear who the person is that won. I thought, hallelujah.
Every year, yeah.
It's a good thing. Everyone knows about this person, and it's so deserved. So I think that's a wonderful part of it. So if you have that person in your life or in your business or in your community that you know is deserving of this, please, at least get the application. Maybe they won't be chosen, but maybe they will.
Yeah, there's so many people that actually do deserve that award. It's really hard. I know the nomination or the selection committee, they independently look at all of the applications, and then they submit their choices to me, and then I do the tally of it. So I don't really have a say in it. But I'm sure it's a really difficult choice for the selection committee because so many people deserve that recognition.
Yes. All right, so start us out with January. What's happening in January?
Oh my gosh, so I thought I would bring this just to show what our year looks like. This is just a sample of our events for next year. I'm sure that we'll have more, but January we have our first speed networking event of the year, which is something that we started last year. It's just a great time for anyone who doesn't like the traditional networking where you go into a room full of people, you have to kind of schmooze and do your own thing, and it can be very awkward and uncomfortable. Speed networking is a very structured networking where at the end of the time there you have talked to everybody in the room for a certain amount of time, exchange your business cards. It's very structured and more comfortable for a lot of people.
Okay.
So that's in January, and then we also have our first good midday Alpena lunch, which you're very familiar with those programs. So we'll have that January 16th, and the topic is Solutions to Common Struggles of Business Professionals.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, you could think of different things that people struggle with.
Sure.
Time management,
getting the right
employees, yeah, all of those things. So we'll be going over what people have done to solve a lot of those issues and giving out those tips. Yep. So that's our January really, and then of course we're just getting into the year, so we'll be sharing our strategic plan. We'll be sharing, our plan for our government relations committee, and all of that sort of comes out in January.
Okay.
Moving into the rest of the year, we've just got more of the same. I mean, our annual dinner in February. We've got a whole series of Good Morning Alpena, Good Midday Alpena events. And one of the things I want to point out about those events, they're open to anyone to attend.
Yes.
But those, we've redesigned those in the last couple of years to be very tangible takeaway opportunities. So you learn about the community, but you learn a lot about what you can actually take from that event back to your business or your place of employment or even sometimes your family life and put into practice to improve things for yourself.
And you never know who you're going to sit next to, and you really get, that's the best part of it, sitting by someone that maybe you don't really know that well and finding, whoa, I didn't know that, wow, I didn't know that, plus listening to the program, so it's pretty neat. I encourage everyone to come.
Yeah, just an hour, I mean, it's an hour and a half, half hour of the meal time and then an hour of program.
Right.
And you do get a lot of value between that networking and then also the program itself. So those are scattered throughout the year, and those are available on our website. But we've also got, our annual economic development meeting in April. We do the 2 LeaderCasts, which we'll be doing again in May, and then October, LeaderCast and LeaderCast Women. We do several other speed networking events next year. Our Grub Crawl, which is something everyone looks forward to, is in September. So, this is Red, White. Well, next year, 2020 is Red, White, and Blue Review year.
Yes.
Are you going to be in the show this year?
Let's keep going down the list. What else is on the list?
I think that's a no. Then we have our Shredder Day, which is a benefit for our members. And this year, something new we're doing is our leadership training series.
Ooh.
So one of the things that we focus on is leadership development. We know that we need to develop leaders from within our businesses, within our own community. So we do have a 3-part series we'll be doing in November, once a week for 3 weeks. And it'll cover all kinds of components and aspects of leadership. And we're pretty excited about that because something like this hasn't been really offered to this degree since Leadership Alpena, and even that was more about Alpena and less about developing your leadership skills. So we're really excited to bring this to the community to help develop that.
Yes, and as a volunteer at the Chamber, I would like to encourage people, if you don't have a volunteer plan for 2020, contact the Chamber. There's so many things you can do. You can do things that are a lot of time, things that are a medium amount of time, things that are a small amount of time, but there's always something you can do, and then you're vested in the community, you're involved in the community, and it's hard to tell what the end results of all of that could be.
Absolutely, and especially right now, getting ready for annual dinner, we've got all kinds of projects that people can take home, and while they're watching TV or whatever, they can work on these things that we have available. And then our ambassadors group, we do always have a waiting list. It's such a popular group.
Yes.
They love it, but several of our ambassadors say it's the best volunteer work they've ever done in the community. So they just love that group. They're super fun.
I was a volunteer there for 18 years.
Was it 18?
Yes, 18 years for a long time, and it's a wonderful group, and my time constraints got so I couldn't do it, but I would encourage people to get on the waiting list.
Well, right, if you're going to get a spot, you need to be on the waiting list because we always have a couple people waiting for someone to leave the community or leave the position or whatever.
And unfortunately, we're out of time.
It goes fast.
It does. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. So good to see you, and I'll look forward to talking to you in the new year.
Yes, I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be right back following these messages. Hi, welcome back. I'm with Amy and Kevin Cedarval from the Salvation Army. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Thank
Nancy.
you.
So I know you guys are very, very busy. I really appreciate you taking the time to come here today and update us on what's happening. How did the Thanksgiving holiday go?
Thanksgiving went well. We had our match weekend for Black Friday and the Saturday, and we were so excited to utilize the entire match.
Yay.
So we had the $3,000, so we made a little over $3,000 over the weekend. So we're really excited about that.
Perfect.
I think the total was actually $2,600 on Friday alone.
Wow.
So we felt really good after Friday thinking, oh, we don't have to worry.
Okay, now we have another match coming up.
That's right.
The last weekend of the season, right before Christmas, we will be a match on the Friday, Saturday as well. And it's looking like about $5,000 we'll have for that one.
So a generous donor said, hey, if you make this much money, we'll add this much.
It's several donors who give to us and say we want this utilized to help you raise more. And
Perfect.
So we're looking forward to it.
Perfect. So where are we with everything, all the programs and everything that's happening for the season?
We're gearing up to the biggest couple days. Friday we'll be packing all the food boxes for the families, and Saturday we planned our Friday the same Friday we always do, and then we discovered that the Stuff the Blue Goose is on Saturday afterwards.
Oh.
So we get a lot of the food from that. So we'll have Friday and Saturday this year to do the packing to finish up, because we know we can at least have enough to start, but we won't get it all done on Friday because we won't have enough of the food. But so Friday and Saturday we get the food boxes done. Monday we start making the upstairs look like Toy Town, and then Thursday is distribution. That's the big show, and we'll have all the families there to get their gifts and their food boxes, and stocking stuffers and some other things that we can do for them. So yeah, we're really excited.
And you know, Kevin, I see the angel trees out and about. How is that going?
Oh, they're going really well. We're really enjoying it this year. Walmart has been wonderful for us again. We have several other locations that have taken some angel tree tags, Wolverine Credit Union and
Thunder Bay Therapy.
Thunder Bay Therapy, and there's the Alcona Credit Union.
Yes.
I want to say that one right. I always mess it up.
So they took the tags and they said, we'll fulfill these wishes.
They put them out for their tree.
Oh, perfect.
And so they help us out with usually a smaller number, but it's kind of a traditional thing for their customers to do, and so we look forward to it.
And as we're taping this, there's still time for people to go out, grab a tag off an angel tree.
Absolutely.
And it, you know, it looks like it's fun when you read them, you know, child age 6, and it tells what they want and their sizes. And, you know, there's nothing very large on most of them. They're pretty practical, inexpensive items to get for a child.
Yeah, we do that purposefully.
Yeah.
When they sign up, we ask for $20-ish wish list items. Couple are a little higher, I let them through, but if they ask for anything really extreme, I usually edit it before it gets to the tree, because our goal isn't to go crazy for these kids.
Right.
Our goal is that we want them to be able to have gifts, but we're not asking for people to give more to a child than they maybe would be able to give for their own child.
Right.
You know, so.
And Kevin, too, you know, not everybody gets a donation from every agency in town anymore. That's all been, there's a clearinghouse now, that's all taken care of.
Yeah, we act as a clearinghouse, so we have a lot of agencies that contact us. A lot of churches contact us and tell us they're doing a group for their family in their church or whatever. We just put them through our list to make sure that they're not going to, you know, 8 different agencies. So we're always open for that, and it just helps to make sure people aren't abusing the system. And like your motto, doing the most good, and you can do the most good when you're able to help more families.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of our, especially in Alpena, we try very hard not to duplicate services in general. You know, when people come to us for housing questions, we refer them to NEMSCA because NEMSCA already has, you know.
And they're the experts.
You know, somebody asked if we were going to do a soup kitchen. I'm like, no, we're not going to do that because the friendship room already takes care of that. You know, so we want to make sure that resources are spread to make sure that most needs are met. You know, it doesn't do as much good to do the same needs for, you know, all over the board when maybe we can try to use those resources to meet a need that's not being met.
And, you know, we want to let people know, too, that Christmas is, by the time this airs, is going to be like a week away, just a little over a week away. But there's still time to help.
That's right.
Absolutely. We'll take angel tree gifts right up through, we've asked for them to be back by the 16th, I think, but we'll take them right through the 19th. And honestly, we'll take them after that, too. We usually will get some that straggle in after we do distribution, and we'll store those for next year.
Right.
You know, or sometimes we have families that didn't come in, or there was something happened.
Another fun thing that a lot of people like to do is to ring on the kettles.
Yep.
Yes.
My Rotary Club is ringing this weekend. Her Kiwanis Club is ringing next weekend. And a lot of the people, they take a 2-hour shift, and it's just it's a nice fun thing to do with the family. And
I did a 2-hour shift and was in a nice warm location. And you know, it was amazing because, you know, people look at you on the way in and they see you and they recognize you. Then on the way out, they do a donation. So it is important to have people in the community out doing that, because I'll tell you that we raised a lot of money that day. And I think people, if they wouldn't have known us, they would have walked right past us. But they knew me and the other bell ringers. So they, even if it was $1, I think there were probably 4 people out of that whole entire time that did not put something in the kettle.
Yeah, and it's, you know, when we have volunteers, not only does more money be able to go back into the community, but volunteers, and I think probably what you're saying is they're more involved in the community, but volunteers always raise more than when we have a paid ringer out there. And part of it's they want to be there. I mean, you know, the paid ringers are great. We have some really great ones this year, but you know, there's just a difference between people who are doing it as their job and people who are doing it because of a passion or a love for wanting to do something more. You know, so we have a great website, registertoring.com. They can go on and look for shifts that way, or if they're not computer savvy or just don't want to deal with it, they can call the office, 358-2769, and Suzanne will take care of them.
And you know, another thing for everyone to be aware of too, and I'm sure they are, you're so visible this time of year, but you know, you're here 365 days a year and you do so many wonderful things for people in need in our community that we need to raise that money now, because this is when you raise it.
Yeah. This is about 30% of our yearly budget that we raise during this time of year. So it's not just our Christmas efforts that get paid for from our kettles. It's stuff that we use all throughout the year. So this is very important to us.
And I'd like to encourage people to stop by your store on US 23 South. A wonderful store, all remodeled, easy to find everything. Staff is friendly and outgoing and nice, and you know, it's just a really good place for people who, I mean, I get stuff there all the time and I could possibly afford to buy what I want, but I know I'm helping you and I'm thinking, hey, this is a great deal. So I encourage people to stop in there, and
that's another way they can volunteer too, all year round.
Yes.
We can use help at the store if that's something that somebody wants to do. It's not the Christmas season. That's something that we're always looking for volunteers as well.
Okay, we're out of time. Thank you both very much, and Merry Christmas to both of you.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College. Pleased to have as our guest this morning Jessica Sandahl, ACC wellness technician and assistant women's basketball coach. Welcome, Jessica.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So how are things going in the Wellness Center? I see some really neat initiatives coming out of there. Some kind of, the last one was Motivational Monday, and I thought that was really neat. So
yeah, absolutely. We are off to a good start for the year. We are doing Motivational Monday, like you said, and we are also in the starts of the Holiday Hold'em for the employees.
So what is Motivational Monday?
Motivational Monday is, as you know, we have a new piece of equipment in the Wellness Center. It is a squat machine, and it has some cables attached to it. So it can kind of look intimidating. So what we wanted to do was kind of put small 1-minute videos out there to send to the staff so they can see kind of a couple easy exercises and to show that it's not friendly and how to use it.
Very good. So you'll shoot a video of the proper usage of this wellness equipment, attach it to an email so people can see how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah. Yep. We shoot the video, and then in the email, it's just a small description of kind of how to set it up and what muscles it works.
And you've been doing this for most of the fall, right?
Yep, I think we got it the second week of September, so we've been rolling since then.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So are you seeing some folks come in that mention this prompt?
Yes, I've gotten a lot of feedback on it, and we've been able to take some of that feedback and add to some things that we say in the video. And we have gotten more people coming in being like, hey, can you show me how to use this? Am I doing this correctly? And they're great just to make sure they have the right form so they're not getting hurt.
Absolutely. You work in wellness. You must have a background in it.
Yeah, I went to college and I graduated with a Bachelor's of Arts, Human Performance, and a concentration in Strength and Conditioning degree.
Whereabouts?
I went to school at Midland University in Fremont, Nebraska.
Very good.
Yeah.
And you know, as a wellness professional, what in your mind is the role of wellness? What does wellness and a focus on that do for a person?
Yeah, it's just to make sure that they have a healthy life. They're living a healthy lifestyle. And that's what we want to provide at the ACC Wellness Center, is that even though it can be stressful, especially this past week during finals, that people have a good place to come out and get their stress away and just make themselves feel better.
I see. That's wonderful, and I think you're right. I see a wide range of people using the Wellness Center, which in my mind is a wonderful thing. Folks from senior citizens maybe doing rehab or cardiac rehab to faculty to students, a wide range.
Yeah, absolutely. We are open to the public, so we have the community that comes in, and we have a great group of seniors that come in the mornings. And then we have our faculty that likes to come in on their lunch break just to get a quick little workout in. They come in after work, and then we also have our students that come in and our student athletes as well.
Very good. So it's an active place.
It is, yes.
Yeah, and you're liking it.
I love it.
Good. Well, we're grateful to have you. Let's switch gears and talk about women's basketball. How's that going?
Yeah, it's going well. I think our play is getting better, and it doesn't show for our record. I mean, we're getting there, and everything that we do is always helping us for the next game. We're always improving, and I think that's something that's great. Head coach Bobby Allen is great to work under. He's definitely knowledgeable, and all he wants is for the girls to succeed in the classroom and on the court.
Agreed. I think he's been at ACC a long time, was a phenomenal player, and has distinguished himself, had a distinguished career as a coach, I think. And the emphasis on success, both in the classroom and on the court, is, I think, on target. That's where we need to be. I understand you folks had a really good game in Muskegon last weekend.
We did.
That's a tough team.
Oh, it was. It was a good environment to go into. The crowd was into it for them. And it was just one of those things that we ran out of time. We were coming back, and as the clock went down, we just couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your enjoyment of working with the young women?
I think just helping them overall develop, not only as players, but as young ladies. I think it's nice to have some guidance there, whether it is in the classroom, or it's just in life in general, or it's them coming into the wellness center and wanting to get better, not only for on the court, but overall in life.
Very good. Do you have one of the top players on the team, Shelby, who had injured late last year, is rehabbing? How's she coming?
She's coming along. We're hoping to have her back for second semester, because she'll be a huge asset. So I think we're on the right track. We're hoping really to have her.
Yeah, well, you know, she shouldn't come back until she's ready.
Absolutely.
But she clearly was one of the top players in the league toward the tail end of last year, her freshman year, I thought. And her injury was certainly untimely for her, but a really, really good player.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been doing some practices with us, so she's getting back into the routine. Okay. She's doing her rehab, and then she's often coming in to get a couple little extra workouts in to strengthen her leg back up.
Wonderful. Well, your first semester here at ACC, we've got about a minute left. What's your impressions of the community and of the community college?
I think it's just a great place to live and overall work. I mean, everybody's super friendly. I know when I first started, I met so many people. So when they came into the wellness center, they're like, I'm so-and-so, we met the first day. And I'd kind of have that, oh my gosh, I don't remember you. But they're like, it's okay, it'll take a while. And they've all been very helpful and friendly, and it's just a great place to work.
The Wellness Center is a kind of a hub and a magnet for folks to connect to the college. In some cases, they're taking classes, and others, they're just accessing the Wellness Center. And I think you folks do a wonderful job of making it a very inviting place for people to come. And do you and Noelle create a plan for each individual person, or just kind of respond to what they say they want to do?
Yeah, so we are open to creating personal workout plans. We have for people that have come in and talked to us. Otherwise, if they just need a little suggestion, we'll just guide them in the right direction. Good
deal. And last, what are the hours of the Wellness Center so people know when they can come and get in?
Yeah, our regular schedule is Monday through Thursday, 6:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Fridays we are open 6:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Saturdays it is 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And how about over the holidays?
We will actually be closing. Our last day is December 21st, and then we will reopen January 2nd.
Very good. Well, Jessica, thank you for what you're doing for ACC in the wellness area, the motivational videos, and for your work with the women's basketball team. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you, folks, for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at WBKB11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.